I am with the cast, the stars of the cast of the Book of Negroes. When I did my research on the miniseries, I didn't know that the Book of Negroes is an actual, tangible book, even though it's based on a fictional novel. What's something in your research that you found out that you didn't know before?
Well, I found out that we were waging revolution in the 1700s, and my understanding of our participation in the Revolutionary War is Crispus Attucks dying, you know, being one of the first people to die, or the first person to die in the Revolutionary War. But in fact, we were integral to the war, and we were part of the negotiations after the war was over. So I had no knowledge of this, and I'm, you know, pretty well read, you know, majored in African American studies in school, and had no knowledge of this. And I know that I'm not alone. The Book of Negroes is the names of the thousands of people who fought on the side of the British during the Revolutionary War and in exchange for promised land and freedom in Nova Scotia.
Aunjanue's character is the heroine, and you starring in Roots, we've seen a film told from a slave's perspective of a male. This is the first time that we're actually seeing it from a female's perspective. Why is that so important?
Well, it's extremely important for us of the African ancestry to realize on whose shoulders we stand. That's what started Roots. That was Maya Angelou, if I can remember properly, and Cicely Tyson. And then, of course, there was James Earl Jones. So we're two halves of a heart. That's the way we were raised generations ago, and it's been taken apart. We need to put that back together, those two halves of a powerful African heart, for us to grow properly. Before it was against the law, and then it was antisocial. Now it's the age that's transferring from the age of man, of the military, boss, aggressive, to the age of rebirth and nutrition and nourishment and companionship and compassion. Those two things must be whole. And that's our lesson that we have to add to the whole of mankind. But we have to get back to those thrilling days of yesteryear. Not Oscars, not money, not cars, not women. Those basics that we were separated from. And then the light will come to us. It's simpler than we think.
So another slave film. But it's a lot different than what people might expect.
Absolutely.
Tell me why.
I had the initial knee-jerk reaction. Book of Negroes, put it away. And then I got offered a part, and then I opened it up, and this beautiful world was exposed to me. So I can suggest that there's contempt prior to investigation.
I think it's too bad when people have that. It's unfortunate when people have that reaction. I think that if you're not interested in something because it's a story that's been told by a slave or the story of a slave, you are denying that human being, and all slaves were human beings. You're denying that human being of their story. Their humanity was denied to them then, and we're going to do the same thing when we say we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. We don't have that luxury to deny our history in any of its manifestation. That's one thing. And then the word Negroes, I mean, we are on this evolution of what we answer to and what we are called and what we call each other. And even in that evolution, those stories are worth telling and they are worth hearing.
What's the one thing that you want people looking at this mini-doc to take away?
Joy. Joy. Amunata went through hell, but Amunata had a bloodline of joy running through her life. And when happiness, as we say in the church, happiness is conditional, but joy lives inside you no matter what. And that's how we survived as people. That's how we survive as women, having this joy, this resilience, yes, but a joy. When I think of joy, I think of a capacity for love. And with her, she loved art. You know, she was a writer, you know. And what I also want folks to take, I want people to get a little upset that they don't know about this history.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope people feel tasked to know more about us.
You're watching BLACKTREE on TV, only on Soul of the South.